break their all-time mark for wins in August with 20. Adrian Beltre, Elvis Andrus, and Ian Kinsler have been as hot as Texas in August. And speaking of hot, Yu Darvish goes for his 5th win in 6 decisions since the All-Star break. The weather is hot, but so are your Rangers. It's Friday Night Baseball on TXA 21 as the Twins take on Texas. Mother Nature's provided a very warm welcome home to the Texas Rangers. Tonight, it's the first game of this 3-game weekend series and homestand for your Rangers against the Minnesota Twins. Game 1 is coming up. And glad to have you all in tonight, along with Tom Green, Steve Busby. Glad you join us on this Friday night for Ranger baseball. And it looks to be a good one because the Rangers are playing good baseball. We mentioned the chance of breaking a record this month for most wins in the month of August, and also tying the all-time record for most wins in any month. And Yu Darvish, the guy you want on the mound when you're going for a record, Tom.
Probably a pretty good guy to have on the mound, Buzz. He's on a nice roll right now, too. We've talked about how well he's pitched since he came off the disabled list, and he's really done that. He's had 7 starts since he came off the disabled list. He's 4-1 with a 1.85 ERA. Opponents hitting below 200. He's had 10 strikeouts or more in 4 of those games, so he's on a good roll right now. His last 2 starts, he's had no decisions. He's pitched well in both of those starts. Says he's feeling great, so should have a good chance to win that game tonight.
Like it when Yu Darvish feels good, he's going out to the mound for the Rangers. He's had some help, too, of late. The Rangers have gotten things going at the top of the order. 2 guys that have played a big part of that, Elvis Andrus and Ian Kinsler, getting ready for tonight. We'll have the starting lineups in the first pitch, the Rangers and the Twins, coming up right after this on TXA 21. your Texas Ford dealer and drive the best-selling trucks for 36 straight years. Ford is the best in Texas. By AT&T Uverse TV. And by TXU Energy. The right things right now. 1-866. Call TXU. A warm night here in North Texas, and Yu Darvish has his group all out of the ballpark tonight. They are excited to see the big right-hander see if he can win his 13th game of the year. And Ranger fans and gear in abundance here tonight. And here's the Twins batting order that Darvish will face. Brian Dozier leads off. Catcher Chris Herman bats second. Justin Morneau is the first baseman. Josh Willingham is hitting cleanup. He's playing left field. Ryan Doumit is the designated hitter. Trevor Plouffe plays third and bats sixth. Lee Thomas is in center. Darren Mastriani is in right field hitting eighth. And the shortstop, Pedro Florimon, bats ninth.
And we'll look at the scouting report for Yu Darvish. 12-5 on the season, a .268 ERA. That's second in the American League. 255 strikeouts. That's first in Major League Baseball. Tied for third in team history with a little bit of time to even add to that. 17-5, 331, 28 career starts here at the ballpark. Nice home record. Love to have guys that don't mind pitching in this ballpark, and obviously Yu is one of them.
And Darvish tonight facing a Minnesota team that has had some problems of late since the 1st of July. As a matter of fact, this team really struggling. They are losers of 5 consecutive ball games. They were just swept at home by the Kansas City Royals in a 3-game series. And Ron Gardenhire's club now at 4th place, but they are just a game out of 5th in the American League Central. They come in at 57-75. Brian Dozier, one of the bright spots for the Twins, leading things off, the second baseman with power. And he takes the first pitch for strike one from Yu Darvish. We're underway at about 7 minutes after 7 o'clock here on a Friday night. 100 degrees at game time here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Next pitch foul back, 0-2 now. So for all of you that were hoping that summer was finished, not happening. Summer is coming back for this Labor Day weekend, and hope all of you enjoy a great, safe, and happy Labor Day weekend. A long weekend here, and a lot of Ranger baseball coming up for you. The 0-2 pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yu Darvish with that very fine 2.68 earned run average, 12-5, and if he had any kind of run support of late, he could have added 2 or 3 more wins since the break. The breaking ball, call strike 3. A delayed call by Marty Foster, but Brian Dozier rung up and said something to Foster as he departs the home plate area.
Looked like a good pitch from our point of view. Ball's high enough. It's in the strike zone. The pitch is right down the middle of the plate. Well, what Dozier must not have picked up the spin, must not have had a good look at it. That pitch is not even close to being a ball.
Yeah. Might have seen Pierzynski drop it and thought it was lower than it was.
I don't think I've seen a guy complain on a pitch in the center of the plate yet this year.
Well, now we have.
You better go back and look at the replay.
That brings up the catcher, Chris Hermans.
He owes Marty Foster an apology.
Well, you never know. Maybe he was saying good call.
Oh, that's a good point.
I doubt it, but maybe he was. And speaking of the umpires, Marty Foster, you see behind the plate, Wally Bell is at first. Marvin Hudson at second, and the crew chief, Tim McClellan, down at third. 2-0 the count to Chris Herman, the Texan. And he swings on the next pitch and pops it up. Shallow left center field, backing out Elvis. He'll give way to David Murphy, who makes the grab. And very quickly, that is out number 2, and we'll catch you up with the rest of the Ranger defense tonight. Saw Murphy in left, Martin in center, Rios in right. Moreland at first, Kinsler and Andrews up the middle, Adrian Beltre at third, and A.J. Pierzynski calling the pitches for Yu Darvish. So Darvish retires the first 2, and now Justin Morneau. Morneau has been a beast in this ballpark over the years, hitting well over 320. First pitch from Darvish is a strike at the knees. Sure, most of you noticed the Twins without Joe Mauer, their fine catcher slash DH slash first baseman. He's dealing with some concussion issues and on the disabled list, the 7-day concussion disabled list, but his return is uncertain. The Twins are going to make darn sure that he's healthy before he, or completely over the concussion symptoms before he's activated. They don't know when that's going to be, quite honestly.
Well, it's obviously a huge advantage for the Rangers playing them without their best player. They only play 2 3-game series, one there, one here. Having to pick the good time to play them.
1-1 pitch. Now 2-1 the count. Yeah, career home runs. See Justin Morneau's fourth. Tied for fourth with Tony Oliva. Harmon Killebrew way out in front of everybody else. Kent Hrbek, Bob Allison in there, but Harmon Killebrew, the all-time Twin. 3-1 the count to Morneau. He is trying to get aboard with 2 outs here in the first. Josh Willingham, the left fielder, waits in the on-deck circle. Darvish sets the 3-1 pitch. High in the air, shallow right center field. Martin and Arias coming on. Plenty of time for Leonys Martin to get there, and that will do it. No, 3 up, 3 down for Yu Darvish as the Twins are gone. Half an inning in the books. Minnesota, nothing. The Rangers come. And their starting lineup against Liam Hendriks will look like this. Leonys Martin, the center fielder, leads off. Elvis Andrus is next. Then it's Ian Kinsler. Adrian Beltre bats cleanup. He's playing third tonight. A.J. Pierzynski is catching. Alex Rios bats sixth and plays right. Mitch Moreland is at first. The DH tonight is Jurickson Profar. And David Murphy playing left and batting ninth.
The scouting report for Liam Hendriks. 0-2 in 4 starts with a 6.20 ERA. He had 16 starts at AAA Rochester. He was 4-8 with a 4.67 ERA. He's had 24 career major league starts. He's 1-12 with a 5.79 ERA. He pitched last year against the Rangers and pitched pretty well. He had a no decision in that game. Pitched 6 innings, only gave up 1 run, didn't walk anybody.
And Leonys Martin starting things off. Bluffed a bunt, took a strike. It is 0-1. Leonys at 269. 7 home runs. His 7th home run of the year. A 3-run blast off of Felix Hernandez 2 days ago. 1-1 the count.
Now, Hendriks is not a hard thrower. He's a guy that depends on command and movement, mixing up his pitches. That's exactly what he did last year against the Rangers.
Pulled on the ground out towards second. Dozier up with it on to first. And Leonys Martin grounds out. That's how the Ranger evening begins. Take a look at the rest of the Twins defense tonight. Willingham in left. Clete Thomas is in center. Aaron Mastriani is in right field. Morneau at first, Dozier and Florimon up the middle. Trevor Plouffe at third. And Chris Herman is the catcher. So one out, here comes Elvis. Andrus swinging a very hot bat. He hit safely in all 6 games on the just completed road trip. At a .414 clip. He was 12 for 29. Hendricks first pitch to him. Strike with the fastball. The ability of Elvis, Ian Kinsler, and Adrian Beltre to hit consecutively in the order and really do some damage. The check swing and a miss. That's really what got the Rangers going. They had some great offensive days, primarily because Elvis was getting aboard and occasionally Leonys Martin in front of him. But Kinsler had a good road trip. Beltre had a good road trip. You get 3 guys at the top of your order doing that, you're going to score some runs, which the Rangers were able to do. Pitch is down and in. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. Elvis with an average up to .264. Got him swinging. Good breaking ball and kind of a feeble swing by Elvis Andrus. Completely fooled. And Hendricks has the strikeout. 2 gone for Ian Kinsler.
Obviously looking at that pitch like it was a fastball, and then very disappointed to see it break like a slider.
Well, here's Kinsler, a .279 hitter for the year. 11 home runs, 58 driven in. Ian also had a great road trip, hit right at 400, 10 for 25. 1 ball, no strikes. Hendricks missing away. Kinsler 0 for 3 in his few appearances against the Twins right-hander. And ball 2 is a bit low. With the exception of Alex Rios, who has had 6 at-bats against Liam Hendricks. Top of the Rangers, only 3 at-bats per. Drive down the left field line, but it hooks and goes foul. We'll come back and try it at 2-1. Ian just a little bit out in front of that Hendricks offering. Rangers with that 3-game lead, having kept pace with the A's. You get a look at that fastball that Kinsler turned on. A's, of course, losing in comeback fashion by the Tigers yesterday. Torrey Hunter, a walk-off home run. Picked up a half game full of the Rangers. They are now 3 full games in front of the second-place A's. Rangers have won 3 straight. And they have split the 4 games that they played against the Twins this year. 3-1 pitch. That catches the outside corner. The count goes full. So Kinsler with 2 outs now, trying to get aboard. Give Adrian Beltre a shot at Liam Hendricks here in the first inning. Just underway on this beautiful Friday night here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Payoff pitch. Ground ball cut off by Plouffe nicely. Sets, throws high, but Morneau a big target over there. And the Rangers are gone in order. So we played 1 inning. We've had no base runners. We'll go to the second. Scoreless game in Arlington. Rangers and the Twins.
Pegged at 100 degrees, so we're braving the heat up here. But earlier tonight, some fans got a cool opportunity to meet an evening with a legend, to go to an evening with a legend, I should say. They were able to meet Rangers CEO and Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan. Proceeds from the event benefit the Rangers Foundation, and that event was sponsored by Capital One Bank. If you missed out on this opportunity, stay tuned to TexasRangers.com/foundation for more information on upcoming Evening with a Legend events. Buzz?
All right, Joel, thank you. Top of the second inning, it'll be the middle third of the Minnesota order to face Yu Darvish. Josh Willingham leads things off, then Ryan Doumit and Trevor Plouffe. And the first pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Willingham hitting just .211. He's been the subject recently of some speculation. The Twin was put on waivers and claimed by Baltimore. And the Twins trying to work out a deal with the Orioles for a trade. Apparently we're not able to do that. I think the deadline was sometime this afternoon. But Josh is still in a Twins uniform, so apparently nothing going on there. Check swing. The pitch is low. It's 3 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, early in the game, he was struggling with his command. 15 pitches, 9 balls and only 6 strikes. Got 3 outs with those 6 strikes, including a strikeout, however.
3-0 pitch is high, ball 4. And a 4-pitch walk puts Willingham aboard to start off the second inning. So Willingham, the first base runner of the game for either team. And Ryan Doumit, the switch hitter, will come to the plate. The last time out, Darvish not particularly good with his command. He had 3 walks. And even though he struck out 11 against the White Sox, it was a struggle at times. Doumit steps in, hitting at .243. And the pitch outside, ball 1. Doumit, the veteran, brought over from the Pirates before last year to help out the Twins. He has become a very valuable asset to them. Check swing on the breaking ball. It's in for a strike to even the count at 1-1. Doumit, known to be an excellent hitter from both sides of the plate. Also has the ability to play outfield along with catch and grow facial hair very quickly. That was what he looked like before this at bat. Could be a double play ground ball. Beltre to Kinsler. Time to make the pivot at second base, running across the bag. And that 5-4-3 double play eliminates the leadoff walk.
Well, that's one way to overcome 4 straight pitches and a walk. Kind of an awkward looking double play based on the shift and the defensive alignment, but they were still able to pull it off. Adrian fields that ball basically at shallow shortstop. Ian was moved over toward first, so he has to wait a little bit for Ian to get to second. Ian comes across the bag, gets out of the way of Willingham, and completes a double play.
And you saw Ian say something to Elvis Andrus. The shift that they were in probably would have been easier for Elvis to take that ball.
Yeah, he was close.
At second base.
And he was closer.
Yeah, and I think Ian said, hey, if that happens again, you go ahead and take it.
Yeah. Yeah, the 5-6-3 double play. That's an unusual one.
The old 5-6-3. Here's Trevor Plouffe with the bases empty and 2 outs, and he is now down on the count, 0-2.
Yeah, Yu's thrown 10 strikes. He's got 5 outs.
That's good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
One of them was a strikeout, too.
And he's got another strikeout. Fastball upstairs, and Plouffe couldn't reach that high. Nothing going for the Twins after a walk, an inning and a half in the books. Rangers nothing, Twins nothing on TXA 21. Macklemore. You can do that at 469-209-2121. And if you read your text in the postgame show tonight, you'll win a $50 sporting goods gift card from Metro PCS. That text again is 469-209-2121. Bottom of the second and the middle third of the Ranger order to face Liam Hendriks. Adrian Beltre goes after the 1-0 pitch and pops it up way up in the air down the right side. That will reach the seats about 4 rows out of play. And we'll come back and try it at a ball and a strike. And we'll take a look at the Ford leaderboard tonight, showing you the on-base percentage leader in Ranger history in any month. And Mark Macklemore, the all-time champ at 563. That was back in June of '96. Mike Napoli at 518 and Pete O'Brien at 512 back in '88. And this month, how about the man at the plate? Tap right back to the mound. And nice reactions by Hendriks. He'll underhand to first. Adrian Beltre retired for the first out. It'll bring up A.J. Pierzynski.
Ball looked like it was a sinker down and away. Adrian makes a bid for a base hit up the middle. Didn't hit it very hard, though. Easy play for the pitcher.
So Hendriks has retired the first 4 that he has faced. Now A.J. steps in. A .279 hitter. Playing against his former club, the club he came to the big leagues with. And he takes low for ball 1. A.J. 15 home runs, 56 RBI. High in the air down the left field line. Playing that way, Willingham. Toward the line and in fair territory. Makes the catch. That is out number 2. Well, the first out recorded on a fly ball. 2 away here in the second. And Alex Rios now will come next.
Yeah, first time through the lineup so far. Hendriks is having a little bit of luck just moving his fastball from one side of the plate to the other. Mixing in a pretty good slider. Again, not a dominating kind of guy, but if he's hitting his spots, making his pitches, can be effective. Through 5 hitters, he's been effective.
First pitch to Rios is in there for strike 1. Alex at .275. He has hit safely in 13 of the first 17 games that he's played in a Ranger uniform. And he takes strike 2. Well, Hendriks able to work both sides of that plate very efficiently with that sub 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Now the 0-2. Saw the numbers for Rios. Overall this year, 13 home runs, 62 RBI. Hendriks to the wide, and the next pitch, that breaking ball, and sweeps well wide of the plate to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Liam Hendriks, the native of Perth, Australia. Right-hander winds, and the 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Good slider, and that is the second strikeout for Hendriks. He has retired the first 6 that he has faced. We have finished 2 in Arlington. Rangers nothing, Twins nothing on TXA 21. Live baseball everywhere you go. It's available for iPhone, iPad, Android, and BlackBerry 10. At Bat delivers Rangers baseball with live audio, pitch tracking, stats, news, highlights, and a lot more. Text At Bat to 31826 or visit TexasRangers.com for details. Third inning, Yu Darvish goes to work, fires a strike to Clete Thomas, the center fielder. Thomas, Mastriani, and Florimon, the bottom third of the Twins' order to face Darvish. Next pitch, slow breaking ball, ripped out and missed. It is 0-2. Clete Thomas couldn't wait.
That ball just keeps on curving.
Yeah.
Boy. Straight down.
That's going to seem like it's never going to get to home plate when you're
Just
trying to
looks
wait.
good, and you just think you're going to be able to time it and hit it.
That pitch just off the outside corner. He follows that up with 93 and almost hit the black part of the plate. A ball and 2 strikes to Thomas. You saw a 225 hitter. 4 home runs, 13 RBI, and Darvish back to him. Now the breaking ball. That is strikeout number 3 for Darvish.
Basically an unhittable curveball. Watch how sharply and how much that thing breaks straight down. And at some point in time, he'll start throwing a slider, which doesn't break quite as much and breaks just as sharp, maybe sharper because he's throwing it harder, and it'll come into the left-hand hitter and down.
Now Darren Mastriani steps in. Minnesota this year is second highest in the number of team strikeouts. They have now struck out 1,138 times this year. The Houston Astros are about 70 more as a team in strikeouts.
That's pretty close, really.
That is pretty close.
I wouldn't think anyone was within a couple hundred of Houston.
Especially Yu Darvish, the number of times he struck it. In one hand, he has struck out, let's see, about 28, about 43 in 3 outings against Astros. Pitch foul back by Mastriani, and it's 0-2. And there's the team statistics up to date. Astros 1263 and on Gardenhire's club at 1138. Both those teams very, very young and experience-wise. Not necessarily age-wise, but experience-wise. A lot of guys that have not seen a lot of major league action. 0-2 pitch. Check swing on a ball in the dirt. And the appeal to first. Nope, no swing down there. Wally Bell giving you the sign. No, 1-2 to the Twins right fielder. Pierzynski flashed the signs out, and Darvish has the one he wants. Popped up, shallow right field. Coming on Alex Rios, and in fair territory, the Ranger right fielder puts it away. That is out number 2, and Pedro Florimon will be next.
Made contact with the curveball that time anyway.
Mastriani, one of the guys that the Twins just recalled today, had some injury issues. And Wilkin Ramirez, the guy that had been playing regularly for them in the outfield, had to go on the disabled list, foul the ball off of his shin last night, or yesterday afternoon, and had to go on the disabled list. So Mastriani called up to take his spot. Switching in, hitting infielder Pedro Florimon takes ball 1. Florimon at 226. 8 home runs, 37 driven in. Darvish with a 1-0. And that's just a little bit low as Florimon able to check his swing. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Adrian Beltre, the Ranger third baseman, playing in front of the cut of the grass. On the first base side, you have Mitch Moreland playing just about even with the bag to start off, and he'll take a step or 2 toward home plate. Chopper foul, 2-1 now. Twins, as far as the league is concerned, 14th in batting average. They are at 240. Also 14th in runs scored with only 513. Darvish back to the plate. Good breaking ball. 2-2 the count. Kind of the same breaking ball we saw Darvish feature in Chicago last time. Good breaking ball. He got hurt really with the fastball, not the breaking ball up there. Right-hander with the 2-2 pitch on the way. Got him swinging. Looked like a splitter. And Florimon gone on strikes. 4 strikeouts for Darvish through the first 3 innings. On to the bottom of the third. Rangers nothing, Twins nothing on Friday Night Baseball on TXA 21. Here at Rangers ballpark in Arlington, light breeze drifting from the left field corner toward the right field corner. A very warm night and sultry conditions on this first day of the Labor Day weekend. The extended Monday through, or I should say Friday through Monday weekend. Mitch Moreland leading off here in the Ranger third. Scoreless ball game. Not a hit for either ball club so far. And Mitch takes a strike. Moreland, 246, 20 home runs, 55 RBI, and as that note down there tells you, career highs in both those categories. Outside from Hendricks, a ball and a strike. William Hendricks, the 24-year-old. He's the 5th Australian to play for the Minnesota Twins. Moreland pops it into shallow left field. On comes Willingham. Time to get there, and the left fielder puts it away. That's out number 1, and it brings up Jurickson Profar.
Not much in the way of a hard hit ball yet in this game. No, both pitchers doing their thing out there. Hendricks doing a good job of mixing up his locations. Rangers aren't having at least 7 batters through the game. A lot of good swings against him. Remember, this is a guy that came into the game with a 4-8, 4.67 ERA record at AAA.
There's the Ranger DH, Jurickson Profar. Yeah, those aren't credentials that would put you at the top of the list for guys who are going to throw a dandy, do they?
You know, his last start was at Cleveland. He pitched 4 1/3, gave up 7 hits and 7 runs in that game.
Profar, a drive high and deep to right field. That goes Mastriani. Goodbye. Off the facing of the second deck, Jurickson Profar, his 5th home run of the year. The Rangers lead 1-0.
That was kind of a home run with a lot of hang time. Hit that ball hard. He's only 20 years old. He has a lot of filling out and maturing to do. But when you see him hit a ball like that, you think 5 or 6 years down the road and what might be. You got a good pitch to hit right down the middle of the plate. And that took a long time for that ball to come down. Hit off the facing of the upper deck.
Jurickson Profar getting some pretty good extension on that swing.
Sure did.
Wow. Now David Murphy in the pitch low and outside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
I don't blame you. Have fun with it.
Murphy drives one to center field. Back goes Thomas, still going back at the track and makes the catch and then drops the ball. As he ran into the padding, the ball popped loose and David Murphy is at second base with just 1 out.
He never had control of it. The ball was obviously in his glove, but as soon as he hit the wall, it popped out. Umpires will give you credit for a catch if you've held on, secured the ball, and you're taking it out of the glove. But when it's in your glove and it hits the wall or the ground, then it's not considered a catch. Never had control of that ball. Great try, went a long way for it. Did the hard work to get the ball in the glove. Then he just wasn't able to keep it in there.
You know, because of the impact with the wall, David Murphy is given a double, and he hit that ball hard. Saying that Thomas running into the wall almost at the same time that he was able to get the glove on it. So it's a double for Murphy. He's in scoring position. Now back to the top of the order, and Leonys Martin takes outside for ball 1. So back-to-back bolts. One of them left the ballpark on Jurickson Profar's swing. 399 feet is where it came down. And then David Murphy hit one even further, right at 400 feet, to straightaway center for a double. And Martin fouls it away to the left. It's 1-1. Martin rolled over on a sinker and grounded out to second base as he led things off for the Rangers tonight. Hendricks, a long look in as Herman's flashing the signs out. The 1-1 pitch coming to Martin. Now 2-1. Boy, it's strange. You can be sailing right along the way Liam Hendricks was, and you get one pitch in a bad spot, a guy takes you out, and all of a sudden it's Katie bar the door.
Yeah.
Unless you can find a way to put the brakes on it. And we've seen that a lot of time with young Ranger pitchers. Same kind of thing happens. Rangers now in a position where they can take advantage of that. The 2-1 pitch way outside. It's 3 balls and a strike.
You know, Buzz, we're talking about power and the kind of power that Profar showed on that pitch. It's very difficult to predict how many home runs a player is going to hit. But, you know, the Twins have a color analyst tonight over there taking Bert Blyleven's place, Roy Smalley. And when Roy came up with the Rangers out of Southern Cal, he didn't look like the kind of kid that was going to hit home runs. He was kind of tall, lanky, slim. You know, he's a good player. He's a high draft choice. But it wasn't until later, after he was traded to the Twins and he matured a little bit, that he became, you know, I wouldn't know if you'd call him a power hitter, but he hit like 25, 26 home runs.
Yeah, he did.
So, you know, you never know what's going to happen there. And I'm not saying that Jurickson is going to hit 25 home runs someday, but when you see that kind of a swing and that kind of trajectory on a ball, it would lead you to believe that the potential for that is there. There's Roy on the left with Dick Bremer.
Dick Bremer selling some advertising there.
Yep.
Good job, Dick.
That's what you guys do. One of the things you do. Yeah, Roy was a really good player who was traded to the Twins in the Bert Blyleven trade. Mike Cubbage was one of the other players that was in that trade. He went on to be a very good player for the Twins and then went to the Yankees, and a very good player for them too.
Roy and I played together a couple of summers out there. He was.
You guys weren't in school at the same time.
We were a year apart. He was there the year I left.
Okay.
He came over from junior college. We played a couple of summers together in summer league out there.
Did he look like a power hitter then?
No, but a real tall, lanky guy, and he really filled out.
Yeah.
As I remember, his first year with the Twins was better, and then he really put on what I consider weight, and good weight for him.
Yeah.
0-1 the count to Elvis. The pitch inside. It's 1-1. And you know the other thing too, Roy was a very smart guy, very intelligent player, and guys that figure out what pitches to look for and which ones they can drive eventually. You know, you get a hitter that's pretty good technically, but you get him 4 or 5 years into his development, all of a sudden he knows when a pitch is coming he can turn on. And that's when you see guys that develop power all of a sudden. That's where it comes from. I know you've seen guys like, they played with guys like that and had guys with the Rangers that 5, 6 years into their development.
I remember when Toby Harrah first came to the big leagues, Nellie Fox tried to get him to use one of those thick barrel bats and choke up 3 or 4 inches, bunt and hit line drives to right field. And Toby did that for a while and hit about 250. And the next year he came to spring training and told Nellie, I'm getting an M18 159, a skinny handle bat. I'm holding it right down to the bottom, and I'm swinging as hard as I can because I know I can hit 250 that way as well.
Yeah.
I might as well hit for some power. And obviously Toby became a shortstop who hit for power as well.
Sure did.
But you never would have known it his first couple of years in the big leagues.
Double play ground ball to second, to short, and back to first. And that'll do it for the Rangers. So a hard hit ball by Elvis, but turns into 2. Jurickson Profar gives the Rangers the lead with his 5th home run of the year, a bolt off the facing of the upper home run porch. 1 man left. We're going to the 4th inning. 1-0 Rangers. Friends over at Dairy Queen decided to bring up some blizzards, a real blizzard for Tom and I, and also the guys down in the truck. They figured they would needed them too. Actually, they probably need them worse than we do, but these are great. What did you get?
Very nice of them. I think I've got Butterfinger.
Yeah, Butterfinger?
Yeah.
I got cookies and cream, and that is great.
Well,
sure, appreciate it.
Want me to do the play-by-play for a few outs while you,
if you don't mind,
polish that thing off?
It'd have to be more a few hours. Big blizzard. Well, thanks to the good folks at Dairy Queen. Well, Yu Darvish with that 1-0 lead now with which to work, goes to work in the 4th inning. Brian Dozier in the top of the order to face him. Dozier called out on strikes as he led the game off tonight. Darvish with 4 punch-outs through the first 3 innings. Drops a breaking ball over the outside corner. It is 1-1. Dozier with those 14 home runs, moving up a list, getting right to the top of the list, as a matter of fact, for Twins second baseman, home runs in a season. It was a swing and a miss. Dozier now tied with Tim Teufel, who back in 1984 also had 14 home runs. That's the most in Twins history for a second baseman. Chuck Knobloch had 13. in '96, and Bernie Allen and Todd Walker had 12. Pitch fouled back, and the count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Darvish giving himself a little mechanics lesson on the mound.
Yeah, the repertoire is always different with you. Extra base hits since the All-Star break. Wow. I would not have guessed that one.
Yeah.
Wouldn't guess Shane Victorino either.
A little bit low. It's 2-2. That last pitch, number 40 for Yu Darvish. Look into AJ and a nod of the head. The right-hander's ready. The 2-2 pitch. Just floats in a little bit high. The off-speed pitch missed, and the count has now gone full to Brian Dozier. The Dozier trying to lead off the 4th, getting aboard Chris Herman, the Texan and the catcher, waiting in the on-deck circle. Payoff pitch on the way. Breaking ball chopped to 3rd. Beltre unleashes that sidearm throw right on the money. That is out number 1 before Chris Herman steps in. Let's say hello again to Joel Thomas. Joel.
Hey, thanks, Buzz. Wants fans to know about a huge series coming up September 9th against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Both teams are trying to make a run at the playoffs, and we've got great ticket prices. Upper reserve seats that you can get on pay-the-day deals, which means September 9th, you pay $9. September 10th, $10. September 11th, just $11. A great series that we expect, and a great deal on tickets. You can get yours now by going to 972 Rangers or go to TexasRangers.com. Buzz?
Thank you, Joel. Well, that's a great deal for that series. It's going to be a dandy. The Pirates coming into play tonight, just a game behind St. Louis in the National League Central, but both the Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds are the top 2 in the wild card hunt in that National League race. A ball and a strike. The count to Chris Herman. Herman from Tomball, Texas. Off speed and just hangs outside. It's 2-1. Chris Herman, a fly ball to left, his first time to the plate. Herman played at Alvin Community College for a year, then went down to play at the University of Miami. Darvish back to the plate. That one came through the back door.
It's got to be young Twins hitters. They've got a lot of guys in the lineup that aren't experienced. And, you know, generally when a guy's having a little bit of a problem with his command, not that he's having a huge problem, but a little bit of a problem with his command, you can kind of get locked into a fastball because that's what most pitchers have to throw strikes. With him, he's just going to his breaking stuff now and mowing him down without his fastball.
And Yu Darvish leaves Chris Herman scratching his head after that swing. Strikeout number 5 for Yu Darvish.
You know, there's a lot has been made of about a month ago when you said he was a breaking ball pitcher and talk about people wanting to throw more fastballs. I think on any given day he can be any kind of pitcher he wants, but it's tough to watch today and not say that he's a breaking ball pitcher.
Yeah.
Today he is. He doesn't have his 96-mile-an-hour fastball. The next day he might be more of a fastball pitcher, but bottom line is, when you're leading the major leagues in strikeouts, it doesn't really matter whether you're a breaking ball pitcher or a fastball pitcher.
Nope.
You're getting the job done.
You stand on your head if you're doing that. I don't care.
Who cares?
Yeah.
They can't hit it.
Justin Morneau, a fly ball to center his first time up. Got ahead in the count 3-1 and hit a monstrously high pop fly to center. 1-0 pitch. Taps that one foul down the first base side. And the count evens at 1-1. Morneau, 110 at bats in this ballpark. He's been a .327 hitter. He's had 10 home runs and 30 RBI in 31 games at Rangers ballpark. And he pops this one up on the left side. Andrews angling out behind Beltre. He puts the brakes on. Adrian yelling at him, get away. And that'll do it. So 3 up, 3 down. Again for Darvish. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. Rangers 1, Twins nothing on TXA 21. The trivia question. Tonight, we would like to find out what's the Rangers' record for most teams stolen bases in a single month. Most team stolen bases in a month. And we'll give you half an inning or so to think about that. Do all of your research that you possibly can and come back with the answer next half inning. Ian Kinsler, Adrian Beltre, A.J. Pierzynski, the first 3 to do the swinging against Liam Hendriks, who has given up a run on a couple of hits. Both those coming in the 3rd inning, and Kinsler takes ball 1. Ian, a ground ball to 3rd back in the 1st. 279 the average for the Rangers' second baseman. And ball 2 is low and away. Kinsler 2 for 4 in yesterday's ball game. And a couple of runs scored. Also a stolen base. Had a rip there and fouled that Hendriks pitch straight back. It's 2-1.
Got a few announcements to get to. Belated birthday wishes to Dovey Harris from McKinney, 100 years old. Morgan and Patricia McCoy from Grand Prairie, 66th wedding anniversary today. Congratulations. Melvin and Hope Chambers from Sherman celebrating their 65th anniversary today. Wallace Horn from Dublin, Texas is 92. Nancy Benner was 90 years old yesterday. And Emery Tuttle was 93 years old yesterday. So happy birthday, happy anniversaries, everybody.
Yeah. Good deal.
There's a base hit for you.
There you go. That's how the Ranger 4th inning starts, as Ian Kinsler shooting one to the right side. Something we have seen Ian do quite a bit more this year than I can ever remember in his career. It really is paying dividends.
I think when you're able to do that, especially with 2 strikes, just makes you a better hitter. If you can try to drive the ball back through the middle and use the whole field. Great example of it right there.
Well, Kinsler aboard to start off the Ranger 4th. That's the 3rd hit of the night given up by Hendriks. And Adrian Beltre, who hit a roller back to the mound his first time up, steps in. Adrian, that 8-game hitting streak coming into play here tonight. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Beltre in those 8 games, 387 the average. He has had 5 RBI, 3 home runs. And you can see the overall season numbers, 81 RBI for the Ranger cleanup man. 1-0 pitch from Hendricks. High in the air to deep right field. Into the corner goes Mastriani, right up against the wall. Makes the catch. Kinsler tagging and bluffs a move to second. Now he's trying to get back to first.
Well, the second baseman thought he was going to second. That's why he looked there first. And that let Ian get back. Ian went about as far as he could go before he made his decision to get back and still get back. Beltre making a bid to stick it in the little triangle down there, but hit it about 320 feet instead of 325 feet. You see the second baseman. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
Well, Ian able to get back under the tag from Morneau, and with one out now, A.J. Pierzynski will step to the plate. A.J. a fly ball to left, his first time up there. First pitch, low and outside for ball one. A.J. originally came up with the Twins in 1998. Only had 7 games with them that year and 9 the next year, but come 2000 he spent 33 games with the Twins and then the next 3 full years in a Minnesota uniform. 1-0 pitch. There goes Kinsler. The pitch is outside. The throw to second, not in time, and it's into center field. Kinsler up, trying to go to third base. The throw is not in time. Ian in with a head first slide. Well, Kinsler the stolen base, the throwing error by Chris Herman. And Ian with his 12th swipe of the year.
Tough pitch to throw on. Herman picked it out of the dirt. Just needed to throw it a couple more feet to have a shot at Ian, but once that ball hit the dirt, it bounces past Florman, and Ian is able to go to third. There's a great shot of it. If he catches it, he's got a shot. But a tough ball to catch. Now the infield in, great opportunity for A.J. to pick up the second run. Contact hitter.
2-0 the count to Pierzynski. Kinsler the lead down the line from third, and Hendricks pitch. Outside, 3-0. Well, A.J. taking a look down to Gary Pettis, who kind of looks away from him. It's 3-0. You do what you're supposed to do. Hendricks set. Goes after it, rolls it down to first base. Coming home is Kinsler. And he slides in with no throw by Morneau.
Yeah, Morneau probably should have let that ball roll. I don't know if it would have gone foul or not. Gardner thinks it would have, but you know, he charged the ball like he wanted to make a play, but there was no play on Kinsler, so you might as well let it roll foul. If it's going to roll foul, it had a little spin on it. I don't know if it would have or not, but it definitely doesn't have a play at the plate. Kinsler gets off it with a nice quick jump.
Well, normally when a guy swings 3-0 and dribbles one to first base, you're not too impressed. But that got the run home, and that was the important thing. So the Rangers take a 2-0 lead. You know, if I were A.J. and went back to the bench, I wouldn't know whether to smile and accept the high fives or kind of sheepishly walk back. And
I'll take the RBI, but I wouldn't necessarily be proud of the 3-0 result. But hey, idea is to get the run in.
That's it. That's it. 2 balls, no strikes. The count. Alex Rios, a strikeout victim, his first time up. That was back in the second. The Rangers manufacturing a run here, if you will, as Alex takes outside. 3-0 the count. Rios trying to extend this inning. If he gets aboard, Mitch Moreland will be next to face Liam Hendricks.
Hendricks has struggled with his command. He's thrown 54 pitches, 27 balls, 27 strikes.
And he fires one right down the middle.
Be careful of that one if you throw it again. He'll be swinging this time.
Yeah, that is the definition of a Skinner square. Outside and low, ball 4. He must have heard you.
Yep.
Well, the 2-out walk puts Rios aboard, and it brings up Mitch Moreland. See if Mitch makes Liam Hendricks pay for the walk to the right-handed hitter. Well, Kinsler started the inning by singling to right field. Adrian Beltre flied to right for the first out, and then Kinsler stole second, went to third on the throwing error, and scored as A.J. Przinsky rolled a 3-0 pitch softly down the first baseline. Ian got a very good jump from third and scored the second Ranger run of the night. They have a 2-0 lead. Mitch looking to make it more. Moreland skied out to shallow left field his first time. There goes Rios. The pitch is taken, and the throw not made because Chris Herman could not get a handle on it. And a stolen base, second of the inning for the Rangers, as Alex Rios gets his 32nd of the year.
Yeah, he got a good jump. He didn't have a huge lead, but he sure got a good jump.
Well, he covers a lot of ground in a hurry, those long legs. Wow. No, he's in scoring position now. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Mitch Moreland. Now 2-0. Mitch with that 20th home run of the year yesterday. A solo shot in the 7th inning. 3-game hitting streak coming into play tonight. He's gone 4 for 13. Had a good trip. Hit 294 in Chicago and in Seattle. Fastball low. It's 3-0. If he throws that same 3-0 pitch to Mitch that he threw to Alex Rios, he may not get it back. I think Mitch may have a green light here. Hendricks checking the signs as Chris Herman puts him down. Right-handers ready. 3-0 pitch coming. At the knees. It's 3-1.
Well, all that does is instead of a walk, it gives you a chance to drive in a run right here. Probably going to see a fastball. First base is open, however.
Alex Rios establishes his lead out there at second. Now Hendricks backs off the back of the pitching rubber. Right-hander, a very intense stare in to get the sign. 3-1 pitch coming to Moreland. Outside, ball 4. Not a whole lot of interest in throwing Mitch a strike behind in the count. So back-to-back walks, 2 on. Jurickson Profar, sorry, John, is going to be the hitter. Is Rick Anderson, the pitching coach, going out there to talk to Liam Hendricks.
The Twins starting pitching has struggled this year. Their bullpen is pretty solid, though. Just about everybody they've got in the bullpen is having a solid year.
Well, we have a second here. We like to bring you tonight's TXU Energy replay. First time up, Jurickson Profar. Oh, my. Home run number 5 off the facing of the upper home run porch for Jurickson Profar. That got the Rangers scoring started tonight. TXU Energy, the right things right now. So Profar with his second at bat of the evening, and he comes up there with runners at first and second, and 2 away with a run across here in the 4th inning. Rios at second base, Moreland at first. They both walked with 2 outs. And a breaking ball. Dives just a bit low from the strike zone. It is 1-0. Profar now with 5 home runs, 23 RBI. He had a 2-hit game yesterday, or I should say the day before in Seattle. Fouls that one high in the air, but that will be over the Twins' third base dugout, back into the seats. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Profar didn't have a particularly good road trip. It's just 4 for 18. It's a 222 mark. Boy, on Wednesday and then here tonight, first at bat, he has turned things around pretty significantly. It's 3 for his last 6 times to the plate. Chop foul. And Hendricks now with the advantage in the count at a ball and a strike. Profar back in, standing in the extreme back part of the left-handed hitter's batter's box. Rios at second, Moreland at first. Both of them have their leads. The 1-2 pitch to the right side, smothered nicely by the second baseman Dozier. He scrambles up and throws out Profar. Well, that'll do it for the Rangers. They do get a run on a hit. There was also an error, and they strand a couple. On to the fifth we go. Rangers 2, Twins nothing. Call 1-800-929-2424. And by the University of Texas at Arlington. The Rangers have added on a run. Yu Darvish to the hill for the fifth inning, leading 2-0. And he will face the middle third of the order. He's faced the minimum through the first 4 innings. The only base runner was the man who will lead off here in the fifth. That was Josh Willingham, who drew the leadoff walk in the second. Breaking ball hangs high as it pushes Willingham back. Just .211 the average for the Twins outfielder. 12 home runs, 45 driven in. He has battled some injury problems this year. Had pretty much a career year last year as he takes inside. 2-0 the count. Now Darvish sets, and the pitch. High pop-up, shallow center, backing out Ian Kinsler. Making the call and the catch. That is out number 1. You know, Willingham retired, Ryan Doumit coming up, and if you remember the AT&T trivia question tonight, what's the Rangers record for most team stolen bases in a single month? And the answer would be 42 back in June of 1978 when Bump Wills and company were going crazy. Campy Campaneris. August, and that's updated now. The Rangers with 38. They are within 4 of that all-time mark, and Alex Rios and Ian Kinsler have upped that total by a pair tonight. Fastball for a strike to Doumit. It is 0-1. Doumit grounded into that 5-4-3 double play in the second inning. Darvish a long look in, and too long for Ryan Doumit's taste, so he asked for time. Backs out. Doumit last year, 18 home runs for the Twins, hitting .275. Oh. A rip of that slow pitch.
That thing, that just defies logic how that ball dropped.
Well, this doesn't get a speeding ticket.
Boom. Down it goes. That thing looked like it got to him and then went straight down. That is the definition when they say that curveball broke off the table.
Yeah.
That's what it was, rolling down the table and just fell off.
A little number foul off the back of Domit. They'll come back and try it again at 0-2.
That beard look is really in vogue now in baseball. Must feel great here when it's 100 degrees out.
Well, you know, Domit catches a lot, or not a lot, but he catches some. I couldn't imagine wearing that mask on over that thing. Again, the 0-2. And a pitch in the dirt. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. No telling what kinds of critters would be crawling in that thing. There's a guy who's
that's been growing for a while.
Yeah. I'm not sure he could get a catcher's mask over that. 1-2 pitch. Hit hard but pulled foul outside first. We'll come back and try it again. Domit trying to time one of those breaking balls, and he hasn't gotten the real slow one again yet. Yu Darvish playing with him a little bit, varying the speeds of the breaking ball. Hasn't seen a fastball yet. See what AJ is putting down there. Yeah, he may get a fastball here. The 1-2. He did, and there's no way he's going to catch up with that.
Not bad. Not after those slow curveballs.
95 miles an hour and tailing away from him a bit. And that is strikeout number 6 for Yu Darvish.
That's just not fair.
That's probably what Ryan Domit was saying.
Most hitters wouldn't even have been able to swing at that pitch.
All-time Rangers strikeout leaders in a single season. Well, Nolan Ryan has the top 2, but Yu Darvish just about ready to catch Nolan's second best. A good breaking ball. Dips over the inside corner to Trevor Plouffe. It is 0-1. Plouffe a strikeout in the second inning. And strike 2 is dealt.
Watch out if he starts feeling it with his fastball.
He's starting to.
You can tell by his body language.
Yeah, he's starting to. He wants that ball back and get it right back up on top the pitching rubber and give me the signs. 0-2. Breaking ball got him swinging. The lollipop dropped, and back-to-back strikeouts, 7 for the game for Yu Darvish. 3 up, 3 down, halfway through the game. The Rangers 2 and the Twins nothing, as Yu has people swinging in the wind. Texas Rangers baseball on TXA 21 is sponsored by your Texas Ford dealer. Visit your Texas Ford dealer and drive the best-selling trucks for 36 straight years. Ford is the best in Texas. Now here comes David Murphy, and he takes strike one. Murph had a double his first time up as he ran center fielder Clete Thomas into the wall trying to catch his drive, and Thomas had it in his glove, but then the collision with the wall knocked it loose. Murph, though, eventually stranded at second. Hendricks with the pitch. This is outside. It's 2-1. Murph, who had shown signs of really coming out of things about 10 days ago, has slipped backwards. 3-1 the count. Murphy, in his last 13 games now, back to 161 with the average. Ahead of the count here. And the 3-1 pitch. Rolled out to second base. Dozier on to first. That is out number one. And it will take the Rangers back to the top of the order for Leonys Martin. The strikeout of Trevor Plouffe, Tom, is kind of fun to watch in slow motion.
He swings all the way around before the ball ever gets to him. That's about as far as you can be out in front of a pitch. That's how much he was fooled by that slow curve. And I'm not making fun of Trevor Plouffe, because that's the way most people have swung at that pitch this year. It just shows you the different variety of pitches that Yu Darvish has the capability to throw. And when you've struck out as many guys as he has, a lot of guys have looked like that this year.
Yeah, I suppose when you can make a ball spin like that and you only throw it 61 miles an hour, that you're going to have some guys scratching their heads.
Yeah, especially when he just watched Brian Domet swing and miss at a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. You got about 30 miles an hour difference.
1-1 count. And Leonys chops one off the plate. Morneau underhanding to Hendricks covering, and Leonys is retired for the second time tonight. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Base is empty, 2 away. Here's Elvis Andrus. Good job by Hendricks getting over there quickly enough to beat Leonys Martin to the bag. That's not an easy task. Morneau giving Hendricks a little opportunity to catch his breath. Elvis tonight 0 for 2, a strikeout and a double play grounder. 263 the average. Elvis a 6-game hitting streak. He takes the first pitch that hits the inside corner and strike one. Elvis here at home in the last 30 games now at this ballpark, hitting .301. Defensively, the Twins just about straight away. Maybe a step toward the hole to the shortstop Foreman. 1 ball, 1 strike. Elvis also hitting better than .300 against the Twins. Last 17 ball games, .306 the average. He takes a strike. Yeah, that makes it 1-2. Bases empty, 2 away in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rangers on top 2-0. And the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. An abbreviated homestand for the Rangers. They will play tomorrow night and then Sunday afternoon against the Twins. And then it's out to the West Coast for a Labor Day afternoon matchup with the Oakland A's, the first of 3 out there. Well, full count. Elvis trying to extend this inning. Ian Kinsler would be next if Elvis able to get aboard. Payoff pitch. And he chops that foul, and apparently that got a piece of his left leg going by. Ouch. Elvis back in there. Hendricks to the wide again, the 3-2. Center field, not very deep. Thomas coming on. And the center fielder puts it away. That will do it. Rangers out in order. We have finished 5 at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. The Rangers 2, the Twins nothing on TXA 21. Has been masterful, all shapes and sizes of fastball and breaking ball to completely frustrate the Twins hitters.
Yeah, that's got to be about as diverse a variety of pitches as you'll ever see in a game. I can't imagine there's been too many pitchers that could tune up all those pitches in 5 innings. A 95-mile-an-hour fastball. What was that one curveball?
61.
61 mile an hour curveball.
Yeah, that doesn't get a speeding ticket out here.
And things in between.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah, going to work in the top of the 6th inning to the bottom 3rd of the Twins order. Lee Thomas, the center fielder, struck out in the 3rd inning, fouls the first pitch back. Thomas, Mastriani, and Floriman. First 3 to do the swinging against Yu Darvish. Called strike. And it is 0-2. Thomas at 225.
He's thinking, okay, is it the 61 mile an hour curveball, the hard curveball, the 95 mile an hour fastball?
0-2. Just missed the outside corner. He might have struck out home plate umpire Marty Foster with that one too. Well, that was pretty close. That was a lot closer than what our pitch tracker said. Now the 1-2 pitch. 2-2 as the breaking ball hung outside. Darvish had 2 strikeouts last inning, 1 in the 4th. They had 2 in the 3rd. And 1 each the 1st and 2nd. Check swing, he went around. That is punch out number 8.
That's the hard breaking ball.
1 out before Mastriani steps in. Let's say hello once again to Joel Thomas. Joel.
Hey, thanks, Buzz. You know, we're late in the season, but the Rangers still have a lot of big events planned. Joining me right now is Sean Decker with Rangers Enterprises, and we've got a big event coming up right here on Labor Day, don't we?
That's right. We're bringing back the 2nd annual Rangers race, and we're really looking forward to it. This year, we partner with Medical Center of Arlington, which is going to really take it to the next level. We've got a lot of people that have already signed up, but we've got plenty of room to come on Monday, and all they need to do is go to texasrangers.com/race.
Now, one of my favorite events involves food. You got another food event coming up too, right?
We do. We did one in April, and the response was so great. We've decided to bring it back again in October on the 25th and 26th. We're partnering with Experience Arlington again. We're going to have even more trucks than last time, but the same fun atmosphere. And you can go to texasrangers.com/food truck.
All right, there you go. And if you want to find out more about the race, texasrangers.com/race. Back to you, Buzz.
All right, Joel, thank you. A lot of good stuff coming up, and a lot of good Ranger baseball left to view here at Rangers Ballpark, hopefully through the month of October also. 1-1 pitch fouled out down the right side by Mastriani, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mastriani, fly ball to right, his only time to the plate. I mentioned he was just recalled from AAA by the Twins. Wilkin Ramirez had to go on the disabled list. Also, Samuel Deduno was sent down also. Darvish with the 1-2. Got him swinging. Strikeout number 9, 4 in a row.
High heat.
And this is now the second highest total in Ranger history for a single season. Nolan Ryan now has numbers 1 and 3. Now, Yu Darvish is going to have to go some to catch Big Tex this year anyway. Some 67 short, possible. Florimont, after the first pitch, skies one down the left field line. That will slice back into the crowd, and David Murphy over there to take a look. It is 0-1.
He's probably got 5 more, somewhere around 5 more starts. So it is going to be tough to get to that number.
If he had 5 more starts, that'd be an average of better than 12 strikeouts per start.
It's not impossible.
No, it's not. We've seen him go through streaks where 14 and one time 15 were the norm. 0-1 pitch to Florimont. And that pitch just a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Florimont struck out swinging in the 3rd inning. Rip and a miss at the breaking ball. 1-2. That curveball, we've seen him have a slider that was devastating. A curveball tonight, maybe as good a curveball as I've seen him have. The 1-2 pitch. Out of play.
We got a piece of that 95-mile-an-hour fastball anyway. That's pretty good.
Yeah, normally you'd say, well, that's center square, and let me have a good hack at it. When you've seen stuff at the low 70s to middle 70s, and that 95 gets popped in there, doesn't really matter where it is. It's going to be hard to tune it up. Another 1-2 pitch in the offing. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Jim McCullen making that call down at 3rd. Just able to check.
Good call.
The 2-2. Pitch inside. Did that hit him? It's 3-2.
No, he thinks it's ball 4. Get up there, son. You're going to have one more pitch.
Pedro Florimont. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He just forgot. He wasn't trying to decoy anybody.
No. He forgot, but he forgot he's going to have to hit this next pitch. Yeah. Could have been going back to the dugout instead of thinking he was going to first base.
And the way A.J. caught that, you're never going to get that pitch called a strike. So 3-2 now, and the U chant is going up. Payoff pitch on the way. Got him swinging. And Darvish, another 10 strikeout performance tonight. He has struck out 5 in a row as the Twins gone in order in the 6th inning. And Yu Darvish, you don't think he's pumped up? Yeah. 2-0 Texas after 5.5. And dinner for 2 at Sonic Drive-In. Tonight, the Rangers are hitting for Shirley Sheed from Carrollton. And if a Ranger hits a grand slam during this inning, Shirley Sheed from Carrollton will win $25,000. You can register at any participating Sonic restaurant. The pitching very much on display tonight. Rangers come to bat on the bottom of the 6th, leading 2-0, but they had done so on just 3 hits. The man that has one of those hits and has scored one of the runs leading off, that's Ian Kinsler. Ian singled, stole second, went to third on an error, and scored in the 4th inning. And first ball swinging here, he pops it up shallow right field. Dozier angling out, coming on Mastriani, the right fielder. Takes charge, makes the catch, so 1 pitch and 1 away. It'll be up to Adrian Beltre. Beltre 0 for 2. He is grounded back to the pitcher and flied to deep right field, right down into the corner. Beltre, another one of the Rangers, really having a great year here in this ballpark. .335 is average at home, which is the 4th best in the American League. Yu Darvish, as always, as is his custom, pacing up and down the dugout during his inning off the field. One ball, 1 strike the count. And that's outside, 2-1 to Adrian.
Now, Hendricks is pitching a good game tonight. It's unusual. He's thrown 84 pitches. He's thrown 42 balls and 42 strikes. So it's not a good ratio, balls to strikes, but he's only given up 3 hits and 2 runs against a good Ranger team, so that's pretty good.
And a fly ball to right field. That is twisting toward the line. Over there's Mastriani. And just in fair territory, he's able to make the catch again. That is out number 2. And it'll bring up A.J. Pierzynski. Well, folks, after the game against the Oakland A's on Friday, September 13th, fans will be treated to a fireworks show presented by Coca-Cola and set to the music by the Rolling Stones. You can reserve your upper reserve seats for only $15 when you purchase them at TexasRangers.com/specials and use coupon code FIREWORKS. Oh, a couple of fly balls to right, 2 gone. Here's A.J. Pierzynski, and he takes ball 1 low and outside. A.J. 0 for 2, but he does have an RBI, driving in his 57th of the year. That plated the last Ranger run back in the 4th inning. And ball 2 is low. Hendricks, a long look in, now goes to the wind. And misses outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Pierzynski in the driver's seat, just as he was last time up. Last time up with Kinsler at 3rd and 1 out. He got the count 3-0 and swung the 3-0 pitch and dribbled 1 to first, but he got the run home. And here he takes a strike to make it 3-1. Hendricks back to Pierzynski. Out of play, and that will fill the count. Rangers having a great second half of the season offensively. They're now up to 4th in the league with a .263 team average. They've also raised their on-base percentage some 6 points, and that's almost impossible to do. Pierzynski loops 1 into center field. Going out as Florian, shortstop. He can't get it. It drops for a base hit. Well, A.J. gets fisted, but strong enough to flare it into center field for his first hit of the night. And he is aboard with 2 outs for Alex Rios.
He got that fastball. It looked like a strike, but he got it in on the fists. And Florimon can't quite get to it. I want to see A.J. steal second right here. Keep up with the other guys.
Okay.
They're holding him on.
Yeah.
They respect his speed.
Rios 0 for 1 tonight. A strikeout and a walk. He has a stolen base. And a rip and a miss here makes it 0-1. Rios currently hitting at .274 for the season. Hendricks, a check of Pierzynski, a modest lead at first. And the ground ball up the middle. Florian backhands, but throws wildly to second.
He threw it to the umpire.
That's going to be an infield single for Alex Rios. Pierzynski, even had that throw been perfectly placed, would have beaten the throw out to second.
Marvin Hudson's got to make this play. Umpire's going over to look at the play. There it is. Turn it.
Yeah, he was in perfect position, too.
That would be something. The umpire picks it up, fires it back to first.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen play.
I'd pay to see that.
2 on, a pair of 2-out singles, first and second. And Mitch Moreland, who is 0 for 1, steps to the plate. Moreland, a fly ball out and a walk.
I'd like to get some runs out of this inning. A blooper and an infield hit. Now hit one good.
2 bloops and a blast.
Yep, 2 bloops and a blast.
Well, Mitch is the guy that can do it. He was going for it, too. 0-1. Moreland joins Adrian Beltre and Nelson Cruz, the Rangers with 20-plus home runs this year. And Rangers now the 4th team in Major League Baseball to have 3 different players with 20 or more home runs. There's Adrian, the team leader with 28. That pitch out low and outside. Only other teams to do it: Baltimore, Toronto in the American League, and the Rockies of Colorado in the National League. Ryan Dunsink, left-hander, loosening in support of Liam Hendricks. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Pierzynski at second, Rios at first. Hendricks checks them. In the dirt, it's 2-1. Mitch now in a spot he can look for a pitch in a spot to drive. Hendricks approaching that 100 pitch level. His next one will be number 97. Right-hander's ready. The 2-1. Hit hard toward right field. Smothering stop again by Dozier. And he throws out Moreland. Well, that's second time in 3 innings that Brian Dozier has made a terrific play to end a Ranger threat. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. On to the 7th we go. 2-0 Rangers on TXA 21. Two nothing Rangers as we head to the top of the 7th inning. And Yu Darvish out for the hill. He has struck out 5 consecutive Twins. He goes to work here in the 7th inning, having faced just the minimum, and he will face the top third of the order. 10 or more strikeouts now in 5 of his last 7 ball games for Yu Darvish. Brian Dozier to lead it off. He has been called out on strikes and grounded to third. And the first pitch is a bit high for ball 1. Darvish back to the plate. Breaking ball misses. 2-0.
If you're looking at the outs, there's been 10 strikeouts. There's been several pop-ups. Ground ball double play and then one other ground ball to third base. Nothing in the way of anything approaching a hard hit ball yet.
And that one fouled straight back. There's Dozier going upstairs. And it is 2-1. No, there have not been any balls hit hard off of Darvish tonight. Been some hard swings, but no contact with him. Darvish back to the plate with a 2-1. Now 3-1. So Dozier trying to get aboard to start the Twins' 7th. He'll be followed by Chris Herman, the catcher. Breaking ball is wide. That's ball 4. Well, that snaps a streak of 5 consecutive strikeouts, 2 shy of the Rangers' all-time record. 7 straight strikeouts held by Nolan Ryan and Neftali Feliz. So 1 on, nobody out. Chris Herman 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a strikeout. Second walk issued by Yu Darvish tonight, and all of a sudden, in a 2-run game, you're dealing with the potential tying run at the plate. First pitch is low for ball 1.
Well, that looked like a good pitch. Couldn't have been inside by very much.
A.J. Pierzynski saying something out of Marty Foster, and yeah, right there at the bottom of the strike zone. Darvish a check over his shoulder of Dozier, who has a pretty good lead. And the pitch hangs out. It is 2-0. And Darvish showing a little frustration as A.J. Pierzynski walks out to the mound. Darvish has dealt with these situations before. It's not anything new to him.
He's in this situation in the second inning. He walked Willingham to lead off the inning and then got Doumit to hit into a double play. That's what he's looking for right here.
2 balls, no strikes, the count as Darvish sets. Well hit to right field. We have a tie ball game. Chris Herrmann with his 4th home run of the year, and the home run ball has bitten Darvish again. It is now 2-2.
You got the fastball down and in a count where he could look for a fastball and got a fastball. There haven't been many opportunities for the Twins hitters to look for a fastball and get one, but he was in that situation right there after the leadoff walk.
Check swing by Justin Morneau. It is strike 1. That pretty much says it all for you, Darvish. A ball and a strike to Morneau. Darvish now, the shutout, the no-hitter, all of those things gone by the wayside. Now you've got to figure out a way to put the clamps here on the 7th inning for the Twins, and he misses outside and low. It's 2-1. Morneau has flied out and popped out. 0 for 2 tonight. 2-1 pitch. It's going to be a 3-2 game as Morneau goes to the upper deck. Back-to-back home runs off Darvish, and the Twins take a 1-run lead. Hanging slider on 2-1, and Morneau hits his 17th home run of the year.
A fairly dramatic turnaround in this game. Rangers have not done much against Liam Hendriks. 5 hits and 2 runs. And a fastball to hit, and now that hanging slider right down the middle of the plate to a home run hitter. And back to back, Twins have taken the lead. That's why baseball is such a funny game. You've got a starting pitcher for the Twins tonight who was 4-8 with a 4.67 ERA in AAA. Gave up 7 runs in his last start against Yu Darvish, and right now in the 7th inning, Liam Hendriks has got the lead.
0-2 the count to Josh Willingham. And when a Darvish throws another hanging slider like he just threw to Willingham on the plate, he's going to be down 4-2. Well, the young man has a lot to learn about closing games out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Willingham tonight has walked and popped out. Bases empty, nobody out. 3 runs across here in the 7th inning. Pop foul. Looked like he got away with another hanger.
Yeah. Right down the middle.
Well, there's no mystery about it. You keep throwing the ball there and you're going to give up home runs. I don't care how good of stuff you have had or you possess. Darvish ready once again. Call strike 3. At the outside corner. And that is strikeout number 11, but that's just the first out here in the 7th inning.
Took a little something off that 88 miles an hour. I fooled Willingham. Definitely a strike.
Now Ryan Doumit comes up for his third at bat. He has struck out and grounded into a double play. Doumit, a .242 hitter, as Darvish is ready to work to him. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now 2-1. The leadoff walk to Brian Dozier. Chris Herman hit a fastball out of the ballpark to tie the game. And then 4 pitches later, Justin Morneau went to the upper porch to give the Twins the lead. 2-2, now the count to Doumit. The Rangers have to put it in comeback mode, something they have been more successful at this year than any other team in the major leagues, of winning comeback games. The 2-2. Just missed that one. Hanger skied to right field. Rios there. That's out number 2. And Doumit probably not really happy with himself about that. See, inning by inning, nothing really stressful until this inning. And it all began with that leadoff walk. So 2 away. And Trevor Plouffe, who has struck out both times he has faced Darvish, will come up. Neil Kotz, Ranger left-hander in the bullpen. Fastball strike outside corner. In case you missed it, Ross Wolf was optioned to AAA today by the Rangers, and Joseph Ortiz brought up to kind of set things in motion for the roster in September that will be eligible to pitch in postseason if the Rangers get there. Rangers felt that having that extra left-hander would be of benefit, or at least that option. 0-2 the count to Plouffe. Shot foul down the right side. We'll try it again. Twins this year have had very good success against Western Division teams. They come into play tonight 13-6 against their Western Division foes. We mentioned the Rangers and the Twins split a 4-game series up at Target Field earlier in the season. Another 0-2 and another foul ball. Darvish ready. Fastball high and tight. 1-2.
Might have felt that go by him.
Probably had at least part of his life flash before his eyes.
Man.
One-two pitch. Another chopper foul. You can see the expression on Yu's face, just not really satisfied with what he's been doing this inning, and you can understand why. A lot of pitches in the middle of the play, particularly breaking balls. Another 1-2. That's going to be down for a hit into left center field. Martin over to cut it off. He does. but it's so deep in the alley, it's going to be a close play at second. Sliding in is Plouffe ahead of the throw from Leonys Martin, and a 2-out double puts Plouffe in scoring position for Cleat Thomas. Now Brzezinski out there to greet Darvish after this hit.
Well, that's another ball that just stayed up. Weren't seeing that in the first 6 innings, but in the 7th inning, it's definitely been something that's been plaguing him.
And Ron Washington out to the mound. He has the left-hander, Neil Kotz, ready in the bullpen if wanted. 107 pitches so far, and that's not really an issue, but the issue is not being able to put the brakes on this inning. And that's going to do it for Yu Darvish. He will leave with 3 runs across in the inning and a runner in scoring position at second base. So Neil Kotz on with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 3-2 the score, and we'll take a break. We'll be right back after this on TXA 21. Have been charged to his leisure. He's also responsible for the runner at second base. That's Trevor Plouffe after Plouffe had a 2-out double. And Neil Kotz, a left-hander, has come on to take over on the hill.
Yep, 44th game for Neil. Trying to stop the bleeding here in the 7th inning. Rangers have turned a 2-run lead into a 1-run deficit. Neil trying to get the last out here.
Neil Kotz right at the top of the ERA list for relievers this year in the American League. Kotz worked on Tuesday night in Seattle, on here to face the left-handed swinging Cleat Thomas. And the first pitch to Thomas is ball 1. Thomas 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts against Yu Darvish tonight. Plouffe the runner at second. Base hit to center. Plouffe around third. Up with it is Martin. The throw to the plate is in time. They got him. And Leonys Martin shoots down another would-be scorer. Trevor Plouffe, the most surprised man in the entire ballpark, with Leonys Martin with his 11th outfield assist. And that brings the inning to a close. But you watch the throw from Leonys Martin. Well, after that play, let's join Chuck Morgan as he asks the folks to honor America with God Bless America.
Rangers ballpark to join in singing God Bless America.
been limited in scope so far. Ian Kinsler, a single and a run scored. A.J. Pierzynski, a single and an RBI. And Alex Rios, a single. Solo home run for Jurickson Profar, a double for David Murphy. That has been the sum total of the Ranger offensive output. And they will now have to deal with the left-hander, Brian Duensing.
Yeah, Brian's numbers on the season. This will be his 60th game. Boy, for a team with the record of the Twins, he's got a pretty good record, 6-1 in relief. A lot of decisions for 51 innings.
And Jurickson Profar starting things off. Looks at a tailing fastball for strike one. So Profar turning around to bat from the right side against the left-hander, Brian Duensing. Liam Hendriks, the first 6 innings of work. He's in line now for a victory if Duensing and the Twins can hang on. There's a strike. It's 0-2 to Profar. Jurickson, along with that home run, is rounded out. 1 for 2 tonight. Home run, a solo blast in the 3rd inning. Duensing in the 0-2. Skips all the way to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Profar hitting the number 8 slot. And looking down to the on-deck circle, Ron Washington making a move to his bench, it would appear, with Craig Gentry, right-handed hitter, coming off the bench. David Murphy, the next scheduled hitter. The 1-2 offering. Little number down the 3rd base line. It's going to roll off into foul territory as Chris Herman jumped on it. And the count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Josh Renicky, the right-hander, up and loosening for Ron Gardenhire in the bullpen.
Now, most of the Twins bullpen, and they've got a lot of guys down there right now. They've got 9 guys in the bullpen. Have ERAs in the 3s. There's really no one down there not having a solid season. Rangers could not do much against Liam Hendriks tonight. 5 hits and a couple of runs is all they could get.
Duensing again back to the plate. This is badly outside. Well, the Rangers coming back home, and they had good offensive output for the most part on the road, but back into kind of a concerning pattern here at home. This is the 11th game this year that they scored fewer than 3 runs through 6 innings. That's a club record. Three and 2 to Profar. Jurickson trying to get the 7th inning started on the right foot for the Rangers. Payoff pitch. Line into the glove of Morneau to his left, stabbing that ball right out of midair.
Boy, that's a double down the line. He's already been robbed of an RBI hit by the second baseman Dozier his last time up. Now he's robbed of a double down the line to start the 7th inning. The Twins throwing some leather at the Rangers. Dozier saved a couple of runs with plays to his left. And now Mauer takes an extra base hit away from Profar right there. Morneau, I mean. Excuse me.
So with 1 away and the base is empty, Craig Gentry will step in as the pinch hitter. Gentry a 250 hitter as he is up there for David Murphy. A couple of home runs, 17 driven in. The fleet-footed center fielder for the Rangers. Murphy retires 1 for 2 tonight with a double. Out of play down the right side. 1 ball and 1 strike to Gentry. Greg, since coming off the disabled list, has hit .317. That goes back the middle of last month. In the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Greg has been on base in 22 of his last 29 games. either a hit or a walk or hit by pitch. Rangers need base runners here. 2-2 the count. Dancing pulling the string on the off-speed pitch. And Tanner Scheppers loosening in the Ranger bullpen in right center field. Two balls, two strikes. And now 3-2. Gentry trying to get aboard with one out. He'll be followed by the top of the order. That means Leonys Martin. Rangers 2 runs on 5 hits. The Twins, however, 3 runs on 4 hits. All 4 hits coming in the top of the 7th inning. 2 of them were home runs. Chris Herman's back there getting ready to flash the signs out to Brian Duensing. Left-hander sets the payoff pitch. Check swing on the slider, fouled it back, and the count remains full.
Probably a good thing he did get a little piece of that one. Looked like it might have been a strike. Definitely was a strike.
Gentry asking home plate umpire Marty Foster probably the same thing you were just saying. Was that a strike? Yep, it was. Another 3-2. Line to right field. That's slicing away from Mastriani. He dives. He can't get it. It's by him and to the wall. Gentry putting on the afterburner. He is steaming into third. The stop sign goes up. And Craig Gentry with a one-out triple. The Rangers have the tying run 90 feet away.
Well, Rangers finally got one to fall in that they didn't make the play on. He had a choice, go for the ball. It's going to be a double with Gentry running anyway. But if he played back on it, he might have been able to hold him to a double. He made the choice to go for the ball. Great try. But when it gets by him, that ball is going to be an automatic triple the way Craig can run the bases. And now the Rangers have the tying run at third base and one out. Twins play the infield in. Leonys Martin against the lefty has a chance to tie the game.
Well, here's Leonys Martin, who is 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs and a walk. He takes that breaking ball low for ball 1. And Martin would probably not be a good candidate to put the squeeze on if you're Ron Washington. He's a good butter for a base hit. But I don't think Wash really has confidence in him to get a sacrifice down where he squares around. We'll see. Well, he's going to have to get a new bat regardless. That's a foul ball, and most of the bats headed to where Morneau was standing.
The ball's got to be 8 inches inside.
I think that bat was screaming no from the time he started his swing. Don't do that. Well, 1-1 the count. Gentry down the line from third. As far off as the third baseman Plouffe is. And a breaking ball stays inside. It's 2-1. Leonys checking with Gary Pettis, third base coach, going through a series of signs. And now Pettis will walk over and say something to Craig Gentry, as he does before every pitch with the runner at third, just in case he wanted to tell him the squeeze was on. The 2-1 out of play to the left, and the count evens. And Martin trying to get Gentry home from third with a tying run. Need to put the ball in play somewhere now. Before it was get the ball elevated. Now it's just in play somewhere. Duensing sets the 2-2 pitch. chopper. That won't get the job done. Second baseman Dozier on to first. 2 outs. And it'll be up to Elvis Andrus. And he is not going to face Dunsing. Instead, Ron Gardenhire wants the right-hander to come in here with Gentry at third. And now 2 outs. So Leonys Martin can't get Gentry home. Rangers still have the tying run at third. Now there are 2 outs, and Elvis Andrus coming to the plate. Pitching change underway here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. We'll be back right after this on TXA 21. And you use the coupon code OZARKA, you will save 50% in select seating areas for Tuesday home games. And there are only 2 chances to take advantage of this great offer. That's September the 10th, Rangers play the Pirates. And then September the 24th, the Rangers take on the Astros. Get your tickets for those games today. Josh Renicky, the right-hander, has now entered the ballgame, and he'll face Elvis Andrus.
One of those guys out in the bullpen with an ERA in the 3s. Maybe a few too many walks. Opponent's average is solid, though, at 227. Rangers trying to get a 2-out hit to tie the game right here. Couldn't get him in. Man on third and 1 out. Trying to do it with 2 outs.
Well, Elvis, who is 0 for 3 tonight, steps in, having struck out, grounded into a double play, and flied to center. Renicky's first pitch. Here's a slider outside for ball 1. Renicky basically a fastball slider type pitcher. He'll miss in a curveball every once in a while. Misses outside. It's 2-0 now. Josh Renicky, a 31-year-old right-hander. Twins claimed him off waivers last offseason from Colorado. Spent the last couple of years with the Rockies. Chopper to short. 2-hopper into the glove of Florimon, and on to first. That will do it. So the Rangers have a 1-out triple and leave Gentry stranded at third. We're going to the 8th. It's the Twins 3, the Rangers 2 on TXA 21. A flashback moment. This was in the 7th with Trevor Plouffe at second. A base hit to center field by Clay Thomas, and Leonys Martin with his 11th throw-out of the year. The outfield assist, and that prevented the Twins from taking a larger lead. And first ball swinging here in the top of the 8th inning. Aaron Mastriani. It's a little pop-up in foul territory that Mitch Moreland takes care of, and Tanner Scheppers has his first out on one pitch.
60th game for Tanner Scheppers. Good solid season for Tanner. Got the job done, boy.
Now the switch hitting shortstop Pedro Florimon. 1 ball, no strikes. Florimon struck out both times. And then he faced Yu Darvish tonight. Darvish worked the first 6 2/3 innings. Gave up all 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 of them home runs, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts, and he had not allowed a hit going out for the 7th inning. Craig Gentry, by the way, and staying in the ball game, taking over in left field. Florimon going to try and bunt his way aboard, and it's going to be a base hit, as you had to wait for that thing to come down out of the air, and nothing Tanner Scheppers could do. And Florimon a bunt single with 1 out here in the 8th inning.
Popped it straight up in the air, and he's got good speed. He was flying down that line.
So as I was saying about Darvish, he had not allowed a base hit, and it only walked 1 going into the 7th inning. Walked the leadoff man Brian Dozier on a 3-1 breaking ball, and then gave up a home run to Chris Herman to tie the game. And the hitter after that, Justin Morneau, took him deep also. That made it a 3-2 Twins lead, and as you saw, Leonys Martin throwing out Trevor Plouffe at the plate kept it at 3-2. Dozier scored that first run last inning. He is 0 for 2 officially. Takes a belt high strike, and it's 0-1. Robbie Ross, major left-hander, getting loose. Look down, and he's got a couple of left-handers hitting after Dozier. That would be Herman and Morneau. Scheppers ready for the 0-1 pitch. Instead, he'll drive Florimon back. And another toss over there. Florimon, 12 stolen bases in 108 games, so not a hugely successful base stealer yet. 12 out of 16. Scheppers, a long look, and the 0-1 pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dozier. Tanner Scheppers, the winner in the game on Tuesday night in Seattle, that 10-inning Ranger win. Maybe as good a stuff as we've seen him have, at least in the last several weeks. Outstanding fastball with a lot of movement on it. One and 2 is the count to Brian Dozier. Got him swinging. 97 and elevated, and Scheppers gets a strikeout. There are 2 gone now for Chris Herman.
All 4 pitches up in the same type of spot, up and in like that.
So 2 gone. Herman had the game-tying home run, his 4th home run of the year. Florimon on the move. The pitch is outside. The throw to second is in time, since they got him after he overslid the bag. Gorman couldn't put the brakes on quickly enough, and Elvis Andrus staying with him, and they get Floerman at second. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. Rangers come to bat in the bottom of the 8th inning after this throwout of Pedro Floerman, trailing 3-2. Chevrolet. The Rangers coming to bat now in the bottom of the 8th inning, still trailing 3-2. And they will face yet another pitcher coming out of the Twins bullpen. That is Jared Burton.
And Jared Burton has almost the opposite record that we saw from Brian Duensing. He's 2-8. Pretty good record, though. 3.77 ERA. Good opponent's batting average. Pretty good solid numbers for him.
Now Burton, a 32-year-old right-hander, on here to face the meat of the Ranger order. That's Kinsler, Beltre, and Pierzynski. A breaking ball to the outside corner. It is strike one. A lot of change-ups and breaking balls from Burton. Primarily a slider, good straight change. Ian Kinsler tonight 1 for 3. Singled back in the 4th inning and scored what has been the last Ranger tally of the ball game. Rip and a miss on the off-speed pitch. It's 0-2. Rangers had a great opportunity presented to them in the 7th. A 1-out triple by Craig Gentry. But then Leonis Martin, a little one-hopper right at the second baseman Dozier, who was playing in, and no chance for Gentry to score. Then Elvis Andrus rounded out with 2 outs to end the threat. 0-2 pitch. Burton peering in, okay's the sign. The high set, and he misses low and away. It's 2-2 now. Burton signed as a minor league free agent prior to the 2012 season by the Twins. He had worked off and on for 5 years with Cincinnati. Originally the product of the Athletics organization. One hopper into the glove of Trevor Plouffe, the third baseman. One gone.
Third baseman Adrian Beltre.
Well, that'll bring up Adrian Beltre. Beltre 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of fly balls to right and a grounder back to the mound. Liam Hendriks Very credible performance tonight. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned run. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and really kept the Ranger hitters off balance for the most part. Couldn't get anything sustained against him as Beltre looks at a breaking ball for strike 1. Robbie Ross joined by Joe Nathan, just in case. Rangers are able to tie it up or take the lead. It would be Joe Nathan time. There's a rocket foul over the one hop and over the Twins dugout. Oswaldo Arcia, one of the youngest Twins, said, "Hey, why me? I've got a lot of my life left in front of me."
They're showing where it hit, right on the edge. That's where he got the railing there, duck behind it.
Still 0-2 as Beltre spoils a pitch down and away. Adrian began the evening at 329 with his average. That's the highest it has been the entire year. Check the swing on the pitch, low and away. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beltre waiting. Jared Burton. OK's the sign. The right-hander sets. And Beltre drives it to right field. Back goes Mastriani. He has room in front of the warning track. Makes the catch. That is out number 2. Beltre now has gone that way 3 times. No success. And it'll bring up A.J. Pierzynski.
It looked like he hit that ball. No, he hit a little bit off the end of the bat, it looked like. You can see the pitch is a little bit outside. I think with that kind of trajectory to that part of the ballpark, if he hit it on the good part of the bat, he would have hit it hard enough to sneak it out of here. The ball just didn't carry based on where it hit his bat, it looked like.
Well, here's A.J. who has a hit in 3 trips. And first ball swinging. It's a fair ball. And Morneau will take it to the bag well ahead of A.J. Pierzynski. Burton has a 1-2-3 inning. The Rangers out on the 8th. We're going to the 9th. It's the Twins 3, the Rangers 2 on TXA 21. Hitter outburst that Minnesota had in that 7th inning. Brian Dozier led off with a walk, and then Chris Herman drove a low fastball from Yu Darvish into the right field seats to tie it at 2. One hitter later, Justin Morneau, a hanging slider And that left the yard in a hurry against Yu Darvish. That made it 3-2 Minnesota, and that's where we stand going to the 9th inning.
And Robbie Ross will relieve Tanner Scheppers and come in and pitch the 9th inning. Robbie, like most of the guys out in the Ranger bullpen, having a nice season.
And the catcher, Chris Herman, who was at the plate when Pedro Florimon was caught trying to steal. Takes strike one from Robbie Ross. Left-hander back to the plate. Ripping a miss. It is 0-2. Good to see Robbie Ross starting to get things squared around.
The closer, Glenn Perkins, warming up for Minnesota. Pitch the 9th inning.
A ball and 2 strikes. Now the Twins are in the middle of a 5-game losing streak. The Rangers in the middle of a 3-game winning streak. And things have been reversed here a bit tonight. 3-hopper out to Ian Kinsler. That is out number 1. Chris Herman dispatched, and now Justin Morneau will come to the plate. Well, the bullpen that has been extremely good for the Rangers. Continuing to put up some zeros here tonight. Morneau, his 17th home run of the year last time, and he pops this one high in the air down the left field line. Beltre at the tarpaulin. It is back out of play as Gentry over there to take a look also. You see Morneau 0 for 5 in his career against Robbie Ross. Robbie okays the sign. The 0-1 pitch coming. Now 0-2. Ross set. Morneau waiting. Didn't want to do it. Couldn't stop himself. Strikeout number 1 for Robbie Ross.
Most of the pitches Robbie throws break away from a left-hand hitter. That one was just a high fastball that I'm sure he was anticipating something other than that. He couldn't check his swing.
Well, with 2 outs now, bases empty, Josh Willingham will get his 4th at bat of the night. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. And first ball swinging, he pops it up. Right on top of the Ranger dugout. That ball back now in the 2nd row as the trio of Rangers over there to take a look, but it's well out of play. 0-1 is the count to Willingham. Twins 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Rangers 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Ross nods in agreement. Base hit to left field. Willingham going down and getting that pitch from Ross and driving it to left field. A 2-out single has him aboard, and it will bring up Ryan Domit.
Yeah, Willingham only hitting .211 this year. Only has 12 home runs. Missed some time. Disabled list, but he's a guy that frequently has hit close to 30 home runs, right around 30 home runs, knocked in 90 runs or more.
Domit 0 for 3. 1 ball, no strikes. Turning around to hit from the right side of the plate first time tonight. He had faced Yu Darvish in his other 3 attempts. Ross with a 1-0. Now 2-0. Ross's next pitch. Chopper over the head of Moreland. Kinsler out there from shallow right field makes the play. And a nice job by Kinsler and Moreland to get Domit. Side retired, no runs a hit, and 1 man left. We're going to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's the Twins 3, the Rangers 2 on TXA 21. Is sponsored by your Texas Ford dealer. Visit your Texas Ford dealer and drive the best-selling trucks for 36 straight years. Ford is the best in Texas. By AT&T UVerse TV. And by TXU Energy. The right things right now. 1-866-CALL TXU. Now, rally hats are in vogue now as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Twins leading 3-2. Rangers now will have to face the closer, Glenn Perkins. And Alex Rios starts things off by taking ball 1.
Yeah, Perkins has had a good season. He made the All-Star team. 30 out of 33 in save opportunities. Got a good arm, mid-90s fastball. 64 strikeouts in 51 innings, only 12 walks.
And Perkins, who the first several years of his career, the Twins really trying to find a spot for him. He hits the inside corner and make it 1-2. Tried him as a starter, a long man, a short man, and finally settled on Perkins coming out of the bullpen late in the game 2 years ago. He had 16 saves and 70 appearances last year. And here he is this year doing a great job as the closer for the Twins. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Alex Rios. Rios 1 for 2 tonight. Been on a couple times, an infield single and a walk. He has stolen a base. Rangers down by 1. The hits are even at 6. And up the middle, but right into the glove of Brian Dozier, the second baseman. Not sharply hit. Dozier time to move to his right to capture Alex Rios' drive.
They jammed him a little bit.
Mitch Moreland, the schedule hitter, called back as Ron Washington going to the bench for his right-handed batter. That's Jeff Baker. Rangers a lot more versatility on their bench now, left, right. They've set it up pretty well for themselves. First pitch to Baker. Oh, he was ready for that Perkins pitch and swung through it.
96 miles an hour. He's got a good fastball, boy.
Got Baker, a .298 hitter. And he is now down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Baker, 11 home runs, 21 driven in, and you see 10 of those 11 home runs have come against left-handers. A .346 average against southpaws for Baker. In the dirt, Perkins pulling the string, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Perkins, a 30-year-old from the Twin Cities area. Baker waiting, the 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Boy, a nasty slider down and in. And the Rangers now down to their final out. Jurickson Profar coming up.
That's a pretty good combination. You've got the mid-90s fastball and can follow it up with that kind of a slider.
Well, Profar 1 for 3 tonight, although he's hit the ball sharply all 3 times. Homered in the 3rd, his 5th of the year. He was robbed on a nice play by Brian Dozier in the 4th. And last time up, robbed by Justin Morneau, the first baseman, on a screaming line drive right down the line. No balls and a strike. That will even the count at 1-1. Perkins thinking things over. Gets the sign he wants from Herman. Rip and a miss. 1-2 to Profar.
He's one of those guys, Buzz, that throws an easy 95. No maximum effort with him.
Yep.
Just flips it up there.
Boy, that's got to be really deceptive too for the hitters. Only getting a chance to see him 1 time in a ball game. Pretty tough to adjust, I would think.
Yeah, nice smooth delivery. Wow.
Call strike 3. Profar knew it, and that will do it. Perkins comes in, has a 1-2-3 inning with a couple of strikeouts, and the Rangers have their 3-game winning streak snapped by the Minnesota Twins. The final, the Twins 3 and the Rangers 2. Now, Liam Hendriks gets his 4th win of the year, and Glenn Perkins the save. We will be back to wrap things up from Ranger Ballpark in Arlington right after this on TXA 21.